Free speed. It's the holy grail of the bike racer. By free speed, I mean speed which has nothing to do with the power that my legs put into the pedals. So I guess it's not actually free because it actually costs money. I'm currently running what I believe to be my fastest ever setup for gravel racing. So in this video, I'm going to show you how much faster this setup was compared to my previous setups. The field test consists of my speed on a flat gravel Strava segment that's about 8 minutes long. Let's start with the wheels. I replaced the stock DT Swiss alloy wheels with Hunt 42 limitless carbon gravel wheels for about $1,200. That's a lot of money, but still pretty cheap for a nice carbon wheel set. Next, the tires. These are Schwalbe G1 RS Super Race tires in the 35mm width. I wanted the 40mm version, but they were not in stock at the time. According to the Bicycle Rolling Resistance website, these tires are just as fast as 35mm Continental GP 5000 all seasons, and they actually have tread. The center of the contact pass has a very light fish scale that will be much better than a slick tire like the Contis on any real gravel terrain. It also has knobs on the side which will grip the loose stuff in the corners. I'm running these tires at about 40 psi on this smooth gravel segment. So now on to the field test. Over the years, I've made many runs over this flat segment near my house. It's 2.7 miles long and takes me 8 to 9 minutes to complete at a medium power. For this field test, I limited myself to runs that I've made using my Grizl over the past year. So it's the same power meter, same body position, and more or less the same accessories or bottles on the bike. On the previous rides, I was always using cheap alloy wheels, the DT Swiss that came with the bike, instead of the Aero Hunt carbon wheels. I've used a variety of tires, and some with tubes and some tubeless. I used the stock drivetrain chain, which is lubricated with a squirt wax-based lube. So now let's graph the data and add a logarithmic trend line. I plot power on the x-axis versus speed on the y-axis. The points mainly lie close to the trend line, but there's one outlier. As you might guess, the outlier corresponds to today's ride with the fast wheels, tires, and drivetrain. Today's ride is about 1.2 miles per hour above the trend line. So what this means is that at the same power output of about 205 watts, I was going 1.2 miles per hour faster than I was historically. That's a whopping 6.7% faster. So before the naysayers comment, yes, I realize this is not a controlled test. I should have done a dedicated test where I mounted, for instance, different tires on the same wheel set and did multiple runs in the same course on the same day, and so on for each variable. That's a real pain in the butt. Not many people I know have two exact same wheel sets they can use for testing, and I'm certainly not willing to pull the tires and remount tubeless tires just for a test on the same day. So that's not really the point. In this video, I simply wanted to compare kind of a default setup that you would get when you bought a bike compared to a more mindful setup where we try to get the best wheel, tire, and drivetrain options that are in your budget. So when you look at the data, you see some spread of the other points, and this is due to wind as well as variations in gear and things like that. But it's clear that the ride with the optimized setup is the biggest outlier. So even if the actual uplift is only 3% instead of 7%, like across the long ride, that's still a big deal. On an 8-hour race, 3% faster equates to about 15 minutes faster, which is going to move you up quite a few spots. So anyway, I hope you got something out of this video. Even if you think this is all BS and I'm totally wrong, please leave a comment as we can all learn from the discussion, and we're all just amateur schmucks trying to go faster. If you want to see more stuff like this, like the video to tell YouTube's algorithm to show more that are like it, and subscribe to my channel. So until next time, thank you.